What we're going to be talking about now is how do you create change through comedy. And joining us is our TEDx speaker, Jamil Abu Wardeh.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope you had a good one. Okay. I'm told we're here to deliver a TED-like experience. I mean, this seems more like the real thing to me. So, thank you, everyone here. I'm going to try and deliver a funny-like experience. I'm not a stand-up comic. I work with stand-up comics. Now, my talk is about Arabic stand-up comedy, or stand-up comedy بالعربية. The importance of this is that we should start to take our responsibilities seriously, not ourselves. With Arabic stand-up comedy, we can create an image of ourselves. If we are able to laugh at ourselves, then maybe other people will share these experiences with us. This part of my journey began around 2 years ago. I produced the first stand-up comedy tour in the Arab region. There were 3 comedians working in the stage on the college circuit, an Iranian, an Egyptian, and a Palestinian. And they were working to change stereotypes of Arabs and Muslims in post-9/11 George Bush administration America. Not an easy task. Now, luckily enough, we were able to bring this over to the Middle East. And something magical happens when you're onto something big. It's as if by divine intervention, people and circumstances come together to make that change happen. It's not that it's easy to create a comedy revolution. I'm not sure that the words like divine intervention and revolution are great in this context of Arabs changing their stereotypes. But what's uncanny is that in the West, they have phrases in the stand-up comedy world like when somebody makes all the audience laugh, they say that person killed. And when they say that a person didn't do very well, people didn't laugh, they say that person bombed. Now, I can just imagine when this Arab stand-up scene gets bigger and takes off and the international headlines start taking shape. Fox News is going to have a field day, really. Speaking of stereotyping without addressing the facts, this isn't the reserve of networks in the United States for news. This actually happens here as well. We make judgments about each other without having the facts fully available. I experienced this when we were starting to present the idea of this tour. Generally, I found people fell into 2 different categories or camps. They were either people like a joke, they either got it or they didn't. And usually the people who didn't get this were people who hadn't heard it, but they formed their opinion about the comedy from other people's stories. Now, this happened firsthand to me. Here's a real story. When I was preparing for this tour in the television network that I work in, there was an Arab guy who was in charge of sponsorship. And in one of the meetings with a whole group of people in the room, he says, look, really, I think this is foolishness. I cannot support this kind of thing, really. You want me to go to my clients and tell them to support guys who are making fun of Islam and Arabs? Are you crazy? You think they want their brand associated with this type of thing? Man, in Lebanon, when you guys go there, I promise you they will bomb the theater. What he didn't realize is we were intending for the comedians to kill on the night. Now, I asked him if he had seen or heard any of the comedy, and surprise, surprise, he said, this is not my type of thing. My friend, he told me, but I'm not interested. Surprise, surprise. And it's a true story. So we did get this tour off the ground. We had incredibly positive people, great believers in the cause. I mean, these phrases aren't getting any friendlier, but what we managed to do is after announcing the tour with just a few dates, within a 1-month period, we had 27 sold-out shows, 17,500 people bought tickets. to 5 countries in the Middle East. People queued around the block and couldn't get enough. Our second show had the King of Jordan attend, which is a great endorsement. We had press from around the world write about it and show it on their screens. The BBC, CNN, Time magazine wrote about these comedians. We were headline news as far as Korea. Yes, Korea. And this presents another twist, an interesting one, in the reality that we have when we're onto something big. While preparing for the tour, I was in a store, a shoe store, and I saw a small Korean guy making his Arab friends laugh out loud. He was actually talking to them in Arabic, and he was the funniest guy in the group. This was fascinating to me. I was able to have a conversation with him. His name was Wan Ho Chung. His name still is Wan Ho Chung, actually. And I convinced him to leave his job and join us on the tour. Now, what I found fascinating, people have found amazing ever since in the past 2 years. He gets up on stage and people find it fabulous that he can speak Arabic just like you and me, better. And what his fans have done in the past 3-4 months, one of his fans uploaded one of his links to one of his shows onto YouTube, and he's had over 1 million views for this one link. Now that's fantastic. It goes to address the point that Mohammed Gaudat was making at the beginning, and that is we have new mediums and people can vote with their clicks. Now what's fascinating is if you go to the stats page, and this is something you can check yourselves, there's one country that has most of the views. Now it's not Korea, because it's in Arabic. That country is Saudi Arabia. As far as I'm concerned, you can put that in your stereotype shisha and smoke it if you doubt what I'm talking about, okay? People want this type of thing in the Middle East. Now, what I told Wan Ho to do is to read a book by Malcolm Gladwell to explain the sudden rise. It's only in the past 3 or 4 months, a book called Tipping Point. And I was watching Malcolm Gladwell on TED.com, talk about spaghetti sauce of all things. Please notice how I smoothly transition to my next point while giving homage to TED at the same time. He makes a point that I think is very relevant to what I'm talking about today. He says that people don't realize what they want. They don't realize what they want until after you show them choices that they didn't know they have. Only then do they realize that they like something new and they have a new interest. And this Arabic stand-up comedy that I'm talking about is exactly the point. So many people come to me after a show and say, man, this is amazing. It's like he says what I'm thinking, but he's funny. It happens again and again, okay? So what I want to do is ask people to try it for themselves, share the experience. What we need is more stories on a human level. Change your stereotypes between yourselves. Now, what we did with this tour, we televised it, 6-part series that we aired. I called it 3 Guys and 1 Ho. It is his name. And what happened after this is we saw an explosion in the types of events that we have in the Middle East. Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Oman, Jordan, Egypt, Lebanon, all these countries, people are doing their own events. Now, most of these people are starting, the people going on stage are Arabs performing in English. Some of them are Arabs performing in Arabic. Now, it's important for me to tell you that you might think it's difficult for, in this region, for people to get up and talk about funny experiences because of some limitations. Now, what I do when I have comedians coming up on stage is I have to remind them, for me, I call them the 3 Bs of stand-up don'ts, things not to talk about. Don't be blue, don't use dirty language, foul language, and try to avoid sexual matters. Beliefs, avoid making fun of your beliefs or others, have respect. The third one that's very important in the Middle East as well is politics. Please, stay away from politics. This is something you shouldn't address. You might think to yourself, so what's left? How can I be funny if I can't make fun of those things? I'll tell you one word, Seinfeld. Seinfeld is the most popular TV sitcom of all time, as voted for by viewers. Admittedly, it's in English and it was voted for by in the West. But it's a show about nothing. Nothing and everything. Everything that's around us every day is funny. Your family, your friends, your work, your colleagues, things you see in the street. There's comedy everywhere. So you don't have to restrict yourselves. You can joke about things that are around you, and you create a more human image of yourselves. Again, between each other first. Let's not worry about other people. Worry about ourselves. Now, stand-up comedy is not new in the Middle East. I'm not saying that we started this. I'm saying we are simply rebuilding something that I think has had a dip in the past few years. In the 70s and 80s, I grew up in this region watching comic icons. The Egyptian Adil Imam, the Syrian Duraid Laham, the Kuwaiti Abdul Hussein Abdul Rada. To this day, they have monumental plays in which they delivered monologues, off script. This was stand-up back then. People now use these lines that they had in their everyday conversations. They are still airing that stuff on the TV networks to great success in the Middle East. What I'm saying is we need to revive this in a much cheaper way. You just need one guy and a microphone and a stage, or a girl, and we will have more content. Now, we had people talk about content that can be spread out in such a huge audience across the world. People can work as they do on TED.com, and you can actually get it subtitled. What you'll eventually get is more and more people understanding what others' points of view are. So, before wrapping up, what I want to advise everybody here is, first of all, share your stories. Try to create the stages where people can get up and say this type of thing. What I'm about is getting people to laugh at themselves first. You don't need to take yourself seriously. You can take your responsibilities seriously. And I will end with one quote that I think ties all of this together. TED being in Dubai, and the start of this stand-up comedy revolution in Arabic. And that is, the road to success is always under construction. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Fantastic.